First and foremost, let's welcome you to members only, sir.
Thank you.
Ray Daniels in the building. Can we give a round of applause for Ray Daniels? World famous, man. Before we dive into an amazing conversation, I would love for the audience, for those that don't know, who is Ray Daniels?
Man, to me, it's crazy because anytime I do interviews and I talk to people, I never talk about what I do. I don't know how to talk about what I do. I feel like that's lame. What I am is, I'm a guy that realized at some point in my life I wasn't gonna be nothing and decided I was gonna change that. And thank God music is the thing that landed in my lap, and I just never cheated the process. I think music is like very low hanging fruit for people because it feels so easy. And by the way, it partially is for the people that hit the lottery, but this is my 18th year in the business. So
Congrats, sir.
Thank you. So, me being 18 years in, I didn't even imagine that this was gonna be my life. You know what I mean? It was but the reason why I'm here, because I never got caught up in it. Everybody I know get caught up in it. Everybody, you can't help it. I just never got caught up in it because I always felt like it wasn't mine to have. I'm here. I'm just glad that I'm able to take care of my family doing it.
When we say caught up, let's unpack that if possible.
Anything you want to talk about, I'm with you.
I can dig it. When we say caught up, meaning the bad vices,
What you mean?
like heavy drugs.
No. You know what it is? It's a very rewarding business.
Okay.
For example, look at what we're doing right now. People don't know how many behind the scenes people are in here, how many cameras are working, how much what it takes to edit. Everybody in here does. So there's a respect for it. You know what I mean? In my world, it's like you could just have a little homie that you rap, make a song, put it out, and that's why I just gave y'all $1 million. So you thinking, shit ain't gonna never stop. They love me. They don't love you. They love what they can get from you. So I just never got caught up in that. I received the love, but I never I know the real love is at home.
Yes, sir.
I know, I don't expect the love from the streets like that. I don't expect the love from the industry. I never have. Never got caught up in it. I don't watch my work. You probably know more about what I have going on than I do. Only thing I'm focusing on right now is this interview.
Okay.
I don't watch my work. None of that, bro. I don't get caught up in it. I do my best to be disciplined with what I do.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of people want to do it, but they want to do it because it looks fun. And by the way, it is. I ain't gonna act like it's not. My friends that I grew up with, what the hell are you doing? Talking to who about what, where, how, what you wearing? My friends is parents now, and I'm a parent too, but they different kind of parents. I'm not going to no baseball games.
Is it safe?
No disrespect to my kids. I know that sounds bad, but I'm not that parent. I'm not the parent going to soccer games. I don't believe in investing time in stuff that's not gonna pay off in the end. I just never, nobody did that for me, so I just don't know how to, I can't imagine going to a sports game and cheering myself, come on, forget those other kids. I just couldn't do it.
10-4. How do you feel about hip hop? What does hip hop mean to you, Ray?
Hip hop is the reason why my mother doesn't have to drive school buses for $2,000 a month.
Say it.
Hip hop is the reason why I'm able to live the life I am and have access to the things I have. It's everything, man. It is literally what made us. It is our currency. Some people currency is, other things. I almost feel like in Atlanta, you go to the Asian restaurants, you want some Chinese food. I feel like in other worlds, you want some hip hop. It's that's what the black people are. And the black people in the stores is it's just us, man. It's who we are. It's literally us taking nothing and making it into something. And now we have, it's a lyric that Nas had in maybe 2003, where he was hip hop made it to $1 billion. And it's now we got hip hop billionaires. You know what I'm saying? So it's our way out, bro.
We're at 50 years for hip hop now, right? More than Hennessy is celebrating it. What does that mean for the culture?
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Today, I always say, I think we are about to enter in the greatest storytelling season of black culture ever. And the reason why is because when I was a kid, my mother listened to Luther Vandross and Freddie Jackson and Teddy Pendergrass and Stephanie Mills, and I was listening to rap music, and it was kind of whatever you do over there. Nobody parents took rap serious when we was kids, but now my son, who's 14, he's listening to the same things that I'm listening to. So now we know each other. So I feel like we have like a history now amongst our culture where like it was like we know it's gonna be here. Now it's like now let's tell the other sides of this. Let's tell the other stories around it. Like that's why I always tell artists, I'm like, artists look at things wrong. They so worried about music, they should be worried about storytelling, because that's all music is. It's an outlet to tell your story. But you can have a hit. You can have a hit. Like, bro, did you grow up listening to Ray Charles?
Absolutely.
I really didn't. Like
Really?
I knew his music, but I didn't like. It wasn't like Ray Charles was played in my house. But when the Ray Charles movie come out, I went to go see it, and I loved it. You know what I mean? It's like it's educating. So I think we have a lot of opportunities to educate our culture on what hip hop is and what it means, and give them a chance to take it forward, grab the baton and do something better with it, rather than grabbing the baton and doing low vibrational shit. Because that got to stop. We got to stop that.
You know what I'm scared of right now, Brother Ray?
Tell me.
AI coming into the game. So I was online the other day and I heard a Drake track.
Yeah.
And it was created by AI, front
Yeah.
to back.
Yeah.
And me coming from the old school of hip hop, the real foundation of it, and seeing where we're at and where we're possibly going, on top of the low vibration, I'm like, well, what's next? You know?
The problem is that we put money over everything, and we have to stop that. It's like, I'm not gonna sell my brother out for $1. And I feel like that was a big part of what hip hop was. That's why, you know, you see so many stories of, because we put money on everything. Because when you got people that come from nothing, like I did, like it's like, dog, money feels like the end of the rainbow. Like, man, if I can get to some money, my life would be better. And money just exposes you. It really exposes you, because now you can't complain about nothing. Now you can't say, it's like, what you mad about now? Then you start having to look at yourself, because it's like, man, all you think to yourself, if I had some money, I'd be good. Money just exposes you. And I feel like right now what hip hop needs is the black dad. No disrespect to the women, but hip hop needs the black dad. Like, it's just crazy. Like like what I mean, like Friday is one of my favorite movies, and you know, it was a dope movie about young guys smoking weed, you know what I'm saying, and having fun in the neighborhood. And then the moment that it got real and Ice Cube character was about to do something that would have changed his life and probably everybody's life around him, the black dad steps in like, it's okay to get beat up. It's okay to fight. You fight another day. So for me, when I think about hip hop, it's like, we just need real black fathers leading this. Like, why is KRS-One not running a label?
I'm telling you.
Like, there's a reason why he's not running a label, by
right.
the way. I can, if you want to get to, I could tell you why he's not running a label. Because they don't want him there. Because they don't want a man in the room saying, this shit ain't cool, y'all. I remember I was in one of my staff meetings and a white kid plays a mixed kid song. Like, you could tell he had black in him, but, and in the song he was saying, nigga, 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 nigga. And it was like, fucking nigga, da, da, da. And I'm sitting in the room and it's like 50 of us in the room, you know, probably 8 or 9 black people, you know, but I'm just fearless. I live in Atlanta. I'm not afraid of white people. Like, in other cities, I don't give a fuck who you are. You ain't going, I'm not afraid of y'all. And, you know, we was in the room and the song is on and, you know, everybody's like, man, it's going viral, guys. What do you guys think? And I'm like, and while I'm watching the video, I'm just looking to see one dark kid, like just one kid that I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He knows some black people. Everybody in the video was like his complexion or lighter. So I remember, you know, we was done, when they done the video, you know, it's like, we should look into it. I was like, he's gonna have some problems. Oh, well, yeah, because he's saying the N-word, right? But his father is black. I said, yeah, but if his father was in his life, he would have other black friends in the video. And he wouldn't do that. And it was like, it was kind of like, oh, put it away. And maybe I killed the vibe of the room, but that responsibility, they don't want that in the room. They don't want people saying, we can't do that.
Accountability.
I remember I signed the artist, I signed this kid, huge artist named Annalie Chopper. And he discovers, he gets woke and he discovers, you know, he wants to make a positive album called From Dark to Light. And I remember, you know, he got signed singing, I am a menace, killing the wretched like tennis. He was singing about killing people and all this wild shit. And then he gets woke and he's like, I don't want to do that. And now the label's like, well, what are we gonna do? He signed, and you know, they're not gonna say he's being positive because they don't want to say that. I mean, he's not being, he's different now, guys. What are we gonna do? And I'm like, Tupac may hit him up and keep your head up. Oh yeah, damn, we never thought, you're right, Ray. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all act like we just one thing, bro. Like, and to me, that's what bothers me about like hip hop not being in our hands.
So in the year of 2023, right?
Yep.
In this climate we're in, what makes a great artist?
What makes a great artist to me is somebody who's honest. As long as you telling the truth, I'm cool. Like, long as you being honest in your music, and you know, it's weird, man, because artists are products, whether they want to accept it or not. They're products, and they don't like to be talked. That's kind of like messed up to say, because in our business we're monetizing human emotions, right? So when Tupac is saying, it's so crazy because I was listening to, you know, he got the documentary out, and I was listening to Dear Mama. Like, you know, I know the song my whole life, but I listened to it as a man, and I'm like, damn, he was really saying some deep stuff for his age. Like,
He was very deep.
bruh, like, but he also was, I get around. And I feel like nowadays, that's why artists have to be able to talk more. Artists have to give more access to them, because then people can understand. Because people understand your why. Like, I'm a positive brother. Like, I'm a positive black man. I'm with the shits in certain rooms, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm like a pastor. Like, I'm not. There's probably some women out there that's probably said Ray did me dirty, and I probably did. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. So I'm trying, but I'm not trying. I'm just being every version of myself. I'm serving every version of myself. So I just think, if you're a great artist, you know how to do it all. Like Kendrick could say, he could talk about, you know, like, we gonna be all right, but he also could say, girl, you know you want this dick? Girl, I'm Kendrick Lamar. He could do that. Like, why can't he? And I feel like, but Kendrick is signed to Top Dog, who probably is like, yeah, he doing that. Yeah, that's what we doing. And I feel like they don't want us in the room, because they don't want us to say, to bring our black consciousness to the room when the only goal is to make money. And my thing is, I'm a capitalist at heart, but I don't want to make it at any cost. I don't want to make it at the cost of like somebody losing their life. I don't want to. I don't want to make it at that. You know what I mean? So,
Would you consider yourself a key factor in the success of Epic Records?
no, I don't get. That's what I'm saying. I don't get caught up in my own hype. Did I contribute? Yes. Did I contribute when I was at Warner? Absolutely. Made Warner probably $30 million in the 3 years I was there. I contributed, but X Factor, nah. I can't even. I don't think like that though. But that's just not. Like, it goes back to what I said. I don't get caught up in my own hype, because if I did, I'd be out here like, I did this. I don't do. It doesn't matter what I did. Only thing that matters is what I'm doing right now. I don't get caught up in that. So, did I help? Yeah. Did I have some of the best times of my life? Absolutely. It was fun. I learned. LA was my greatest teacher I've ever had in my life. L.A. Reid, greatest teacher I've ever had in my life. So, and that's what I went there for. I didn't go there for like, I didn't go there to like learn how to contribute. It's weird. I wasn't thinking, how can I put points on the board? I was thinking, how can I work for this black man and make sure he sees value in me so he can keep me around. That was my thought process. But we did some, I made Epic some money too.
I know that.
Knowing what I know now. I mean, you know, that's another thing. I didn't know that back then. You know, back then it was like music was the driver. Now, you know how much money you bringing in, because it's super transparent now. So.
Were you responsible for bringing Future, Khaled, and Rick Ross on board?
No. So what I did was, when I started Epic, I was working on TLC, and somehow I was like the little dude on the end. Like, I didn't come in through a lawyer. Like most of the guys that got jobs, they come in through like a lawyer or through like a friend or through like a reference. I came in because I was stuck in LA, and he was just like, all right, fuck it, give him a chance. So when I came in, you know, I was doing like, you know, stuff that he was like, it was like I was kind of just picking up what was left on the floor. And then, you know, somehow Future found out I was there, and he was like, that's my guy, because his manager was my man. So he was like, that's my guy. And then Sierra had another A&R, and then Future was like, nah, this one they was together. Future was like, nah, he gonna be on her stuff too. But I've been on Sierra since she was like 15 years old. So yeah, I worked on the Future Honest album with the I Won record and the Move That Dope record, and then I did Sierra's I Bet. I did that album, the record with her, Nicki Minaj, I'm Out. So I did success has many fathers, and failure is an orphan. Did I contribute to success? Yes. Did I? But no, I didn't bring Khaled or Future over. I mean, Future was already there. Khaled came later, and Ross came later. But Puff came first, and Puff is really who brought Khaled and Ross to Epic.
Got it.
Because Puff needed a deal for his son, Christian, so Epic gave him a deal, and then Puff was managing Ross. Boom. Khaled comes over, boom, and the rest is history. But I was in the room for all of that, but I wasn't. When you work for L.A. Reid, you don't run point on nothing. He's the boss. Like, you know that. He does so that's why I can't say I did nothing. I just worked for L.A. and he gave me things to do, and I did it, and I delivered, and he still loves me to this day. That was what I did.
Outside of being one of the world's best VPs, mastering the game of A&R, what motivates you, Brother Ray?
My family.
Yeah.
My father died when I was 22.
You got my
And
condolences, brother.
No, so it's crazy because his death is what motivated me.
Yep.
And my father died. I was trying to figure out how to get in the music business, and my father died. He died with nothing. And ironically, he was telling me every time he was alive, my father was sick. So they would be like, they kind of prepared you for his death, but he was like, I got an insurance policy, make sure you're straight, da-da-da. The insurance policy expired when he died, so I didn't get anything. But it was cool. It was actually the best thing that happened to me. So now I'm working at Delta, and I remember just, my mom wasn't a motivator in my life. She wasn't a supporter of anything I did. My mom was just like, but she's a project mom. She don't know no better. So her support to me, my mom's support to me is telling me work for Delta. Like, that's her support. That's work for Delta. You're gonna make $60,000 a year, in 20 years. That was her support. I remember, so my father died, I remember thinking, if Bill Cosby was my dad, would I be working at Delta? And that was like the game-changing moment for me, because I was like, because if Bill Cosby was my father and I was working at Delta, everybody would be in there like, why are you here? Bill Cosby's your dad. Instead of, who my father was, they like, oh, you're lucky to be here. At that very moment, I was like, fuck that. Nobody gonna determine what I'm supposed to be but me. Fuck that. I quit Delta that day. That day I went to my supervisor's office, I quit that day, and I ain't looked back. And now, it's hard for people to receive my success, because even to this day, my mother still doesn't know what I do for a living. Lives in a big mansion, everything, all her friends. My mom has no idea what I do for a living. No, like, she knows I'm in the music business, but my mother still, we come from the project, she still treats me like a welfare case in a lot of ways. Like, don't mess that up. Don't do that wrong. Don't piss them people off. So I'm like, Mom, I'm them people now. Don't tell me, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you just go through that. But my motivation comes from my family, because when you start realizing, like, in life, they start, especially if you look at school, it's like the kids that excel academically, then you have the athletes, and then you have the kids that play music, and it's like, that's like 15% of the school. And then it's the other 85%, and they basically like, y'all better figure it out. Like, we the ones they prepare for the job. Then when the special guests come to the school, they ain't pulling me out of class to go here. They don't think I'm worth that. So you start looking at it from that standpoint. That's why I don't get caught up in all of the stuff happening. I'm like, that's why I don't get caught up in like the system. I'm like, fuck that. Create your own. You create your own, you can't lose. And that's where my head is. That's why I've always been. Always stood out.
What advice do you have for anyone that wants to enter into the music, the rap, the hip hop game in this year and at this time?
If you're doing it for money, it's never gonna be enough. If you're doing it to get money, it's never gonna be enough. Because you start understanding how money works, and you gotta go work for it. It's never gonna be enough. You're gonna lose everything. You gotta do this because this is what you love to do. If you ain't gonna work at this for the next 10 years of your life, knowing you're not gonna get anything, this is not the game for you. It is not the game for you. If you come in here because you see money, you're gonna get frustrated. And what you're gonna do is, because you wanna get to the money so fast, you're gonna skip steps. You're gonna skip steps because so it's like, you could get to the top, but you only gonna get to the top because somebody brought you up, or you're gonna get to the top because you kept walking. But if somebody bring you up, you just sold half of your soul to that person. Not, you might not think like that, but that's really what happened. That person owns you, because the rooms they brought you in those rooms, which means they can put you out. Nobody can put me out of a room. I made myself. That's how I look at it. So whether I'm at Epic, whether I'm at Universal, whether I'm at Warner, whether I'm at Interscope, I'm still the same Ray. I never looked at it like some people get jobs and the jobs make them. Some people are afraid of losing the titles. I'm not, because I feel like I'm me, and I feel like I've done enough. And more importantly, I didn't skip no steps, so I can take somebody. I can take any artist right now. I don't give a fuck who it is. I can take any artist right now and help them win if they listen to me. Any artist, any age, any creed, anything. Nobody can fuck with me in that. Nobody can mess with me in that.
And the key is they gotta listen.
Well, they gotta listen. That's true, but I listen too, by the way, but I'm saying there are certain rules that if you follow, you will not lose in music. Now that's not how it was 15 years ago, because 15 years ago, you had to have a gatekeeper. Somebody had to bring you in. You know what I mean? Like somebody had to meet you and then take you in. Now, shit, anybody can make a song on their phone and upload it from their phone, and now the song is out. And if the song is good or if it pops off and it works, the people from the music industry are chasing you now. So I think I can help any artist win what I know. I've done it over and over and over again. Because I never cheated the process. I understand it from beginning to the end.
What's the legacy you want to leave, brother?
Man, the most important thing to me is that one day my kids are gonna walk in a room and they're gonna introduce themselves. And based on what I've done as a man, that's how that room is gonna treat them. The respect of the room is gonna be treated based on who their father is. And you know, like the mother loves and takes care of you, but we all are living blessings or paying for the sins of our father. We all are. That's just the way the world works. So for me, I just want my kids to be able to walk in the room and say, "Oh yeah, I'm Aoki Daniels," and they're like, "Oh, Ray Daniels' daughter, come on, I want to," you know what I mean? That's the only thing I want for my legacy, because which means that I helped make a lot of people rich, which I have. I can't think of how many people I made rich. I can't think how many people I made multi-millionaires, which I have already. But you know, money is spent. You know, anybody with money know. I could look at your outfit and know you understand that. You know, money gets spent. You know what I mean?
Could you put us on your list to get rich? Like the people you're making rich? Like,
you know what's so crazy? If I'm being honest with you, I really believe. Shout out to Polo the Don too, because he's one of my main teachers. But I really believe what I know, that I can help anybody or anything win. I believe if you could sell 1 million albums, you could sell 1 million glasses of water. If you could sell 1 million albums, if you could sell anything, you could sell anything. I really believe that, but you gotta have respect for what it is that you're selling. But I really believe that, bro. Like I believe that I can take, like I started a podcast as almost like a social experiment.
And it's doing amazing, by the way, sir.
It is, but I treated my podcast like I treat an artist. Like I treat it like it's an artist. I don't treat it like it's I don't treat it like it's my business. I treat it like I would treat an artist. And I only did it because I wanted to show my artists that there's no excuses. You know what I mean? Like if you want to find an excuse, I don't look at it. I don't find excuses. Because I was listening to an interview that this guy, Reginald Hewlin brothers, they did House Party, Boomerang, one of my favorite directors. And he said, and they asked him, what would you tell a young director today? And he said, the camera that I had to pay $20,000 to rent to shoot House Party, the cameras that's on y'all phones is better than that camera. And when he said that, it was like, shit. So sometimes you want to perfect things. Like, oh man, I want to shoot a podcast. Like, man, y'all shit look crazy compared to mine. This is crazy, like cameras everywhere. And I was like, put an iPhone out and put a microphone in front of me and ask me a question. And that's what I did. I'm like, because I'm like, I'll easily say, I don't have everything it takes to do it. I have a phone in my hand and I have a fucking microphone. The microphone is not even on. I can show you videos of me talking and there's no microphone on. It's just a microphone in front of me, because when I have a microphone in front of me, I thought differently. Compared to not having a microphone in front of me, I was speaking freely. And then I was like, yo, just if you do anything every day for 6 months, you will win. You just gotta not be afraid to look stupid. So I know when I started it, a lot of people was like, what is he doing? What is he doing? Because I wasn't gonna go ask for a job. I'm not asking for a job. I'm too good at ask for a job. It's like a pretty woman don't ask to be taken on a date. Pretty woman don't ask for a drink. When she walk in the club, everybody offering her a drink or everybody asking for a date. And the only people that ain't are people that can't afford her. So people probably ain't calling because they think they can't afford me. That's cool. I'd rather do that than me downplay myself to make you feel comfortable.
I can dig that.
But I feel like I can help anybody in any situation win. So if I feel that way, then why wouldn't I? So I started a podcast. Boom. I was like, yo, I'm just going. And it's funny because it's called The God Show.
Yep.
But it was if you come to my office, it's written on my board in bright red, Convos with the Gods. That was the original name of the show. And because I was like, convos with the GOATs and underdogs. That's what I was thinking. But I was like, hold on, if I say convos with the guys, that means I gotta have a guest. I don't know if guests gonna show up when I want them, and I don't want my show to be dependent on winning on a guest showing up. The same way I would tell an artist, if you got a hit, it don't matter if it got a feature or not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking I'm telling the artist, like, it doesn't matter. Good shit will go far. Just make sure it's good. And you don't even have to be perfect. You just have to know who you're talking to and how they want to hear you talk. And if you could do that, anybody could win.
Hey, sir. I want to give a toast to your level of genius.
Oh, appreciate that.
Even though you got water, and I got a little
They
little
could have
yak.
thought tequila. They could have thought tequila.
It's all good. I want to give a toast to you, brother, for everything you've contributed to hip hop. Your level of genius.
Thank you.
I want to give a toast to what you said on, I think it was an interview, it wasn't with Ed Love, I saw on the podcast, when you said, if God gave you a chance, you wouldn't be an F-boy.
Yes. Prayed.
Amen.
Damn, yeah,
The
exactly.
best is yet to come.
Thank you.
Keep being a light.
Thank you.
Keep shining. And
Thank
keep
you.
making some of us rich. Go and put me on the list.
Yeah, for sure. It's not hard, by the way.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
easy to win, bro. It's so easy. Only the reason why it's hard to win is because we be so focused on what other people's perception is. People change their mind. Every day, people change their mind and start liking something they didn't think they was gonna like. Don't focus on that. Focus on the people that like what you like. Build with that. Build everybody. It's so easy to win, man. It's just the hardest part of winning to me is finding people along the journey that's gonna stay committed to the discipline that comes with it as much as you. That's the real hardest part. Everything else is easy. Discipline, like just finding people that want, like you might be in here on time, your cameraman might be late. It's like, come on, man. He don't want it as bad as you. So now you who want it gotta find a cameraman who want it as bad as you. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta find people that want it as bad as you. That's the real challenge. Everything else is easy. If I find somebody that's motivated, that's gonna listen, ain't nobody ever did that with that. I didn't get paid immediately. And I mean not even years, months. I can get paid because it's easy. People are fucking easy, bro.
Right.
It's easy.
You the great, bro. You are the best, bro. Let me get that water, the yak toast, brother.
I don't know about being the best. I know
Hey,
some
man.
best, but I receive it though.
Thank you for everything you did. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Members Only. The best is yet to come. Anything we can do to continue to add value to Radar, your brand.
My new company is called, Radar is my classic company. My company is called LYI, which is an acronym for Leverage Your Influence. Because I kept getting tired of running into people who seemed lost. And I'm like, you have influence on somebody or something, use it. So that's my company, LYI.
Cheers to LYI. Welcome to Members Only. Ray
Thank you.
Daniels.